Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing like a 2016 year review. This is not just going to be about books. I kind of just wanted to talk about the year in general, but it's mostly going to be about books and just some of the highlights from 2016 in general, just because we're winding down this year. I didn't really want to do a top books of 2016. I thought I would just include a couple of those in this video. 2016 may not have been the greatest year for you, but I'm sure there are some highlights, and I'd love it if you tell me what your highlights for 2016 were in the comments below. The first thing I have to mention is like my biggest highlight of 2016 was that I got married. This was back in January 31st, so it's almost been a year now, but it's definitely been the highlight of my year, and just those 2 weeks, the week before and the week after the wedding, were just absolutely wonderful. My soul sister, cousin, like best friend Sarah, she came the week before and she helped me prepare for the wedding, and then after, my husband and I went on a trip to Asheville, North Carolina, and it was so beautiful. We stayed in this beautiful cabin and it was such a relaxing and peaceful week. It was so wonderful, and after the stress of planning a wedding, it was definitely a well-earned vacation. So definitely the highlight of my year. Another huge highlight was that I started making videos again for this channel, and I actually started reading a lot more. That's something that over the years it kind of had slipped away. It'd come in spurts where I'd be reading, and I think it was back in March or May I started making videos again, and as a result it motivated me to read so much more. I was feeling so out of the book community. Like, I didn't know what were the books to read. I didn't know what was popular anymore, what was good, what was hyped, and I just felt so out of the loop, and I wanted to be back in it because I love reading. I love talking with people who love to read, and so I made the decision to start making videos again, which I was doing consistently until like last month, and that's just because things have been crazy, but I promise I'm going to be way more consistent in the new year once the holidays all die down. I just love the people that I've met through BookTube. Just to name a few: Katie from Kate's Book Date, Gabby from Gabby's Books, there's Sammy from, I'm sorry I forget your channel name. There's just so many great people here on BookTube. I feel like we're friends, like we know each other, we know each other's reading preferences, and I just love the community that has welcomed me as I've started making videos again for BookTube. And kind of going hand in hand with that, I have also made a bookstagram Instagram, which has been so much fun for me. Like, I absolutely love bookstagram. I didn't know it existed until this year, and let me tell you, I have so much fun posting pictures and looking at pictures. I just love photography, and I love how creative people can get with their photos. And I've also met some really great people through bookstagram too, which I've mentioned a couple of them before. Bibliotech, she's just like a wonderful human, and she takes the most gorgeous pictures in the world. Meredith from Library with Love, or it's something to that effect. I'll leave her link in the description, but she's such a sweet person, and her pictures are always so cool because she kind of recreates the book cover, and I just love her pictures. In terms of books, I think my favorite book this year has been A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. But I just have to say Sarah J. Maas in general, because this is the year that I got into her Throne of Glass series. But A Court of Mist and Fury was probably my favorite book that I've read this year. I've read so many great books. To name a few, like my highlights: The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, The Likeness by Tana French, The Winter's Curse trilogy by Marie Rudkowski, The Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, and then kind of piggybacking off of that, this year I've really gotten into mystery books, which I hadn't really gotten into any time before. It actually has been inspired by a book club, another highlight of this year that I have been a part of with really close friends of mine. I think we've read 5 books or something, and we just started this at the last end of the year. So we did really good for a book club, and we just read like all these murder mysteries, and it's so much fun. We're the murder squad, and I love it. I love our book club. I feel like I mention them in every video, but it's just so great to read books with friends and then to share your feelings about them. It's just something I've always wanted, honestly. Halfway through this year, I also switched jobs, and I switched to a job that I can say confidently I love. I hadn't felt this way going into work in so long, so the past 6 months have just been crazy because I'm not used to liking my job and liking where I work. Now I get to see good things. I feel very much a part of the team that I work with, and they're just wonderful people. It really makes such a big difference working somewhere where you love. I mean, I used to dread going into work. Like the day before a shift, I would just be feeling like sad and upset, and then when I would wake up driving to work, I would literally be saying in my mind, okay, 13 hours, you can do this, just get through the day. And it like really was not good for me on a personal level, and to not even think that anymore has been just completely life-changing. I have to say, if you are in a job that you do not like, I really encourage you to try to find something that you love, because it promised you it changes your life for the better. It's just, it's great. I'm gonna mention one music-related thing to end my 2016 year in review. I've recently, within the past few months, gotten into listening to Bethel worship music. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I have a Pandora station of it. I feel like it's what my soul is longing to sing. Like, they just have songs that are so beautiful and speak right to your heart, and I absolutely love Bethel music. I don't know why it took me so long to discover them. I feel like I'm way behind on the times. If you're doing prayer time, if you're reading the Bible, if you're journaling, whatever, it's just really great music to have on the background, going to work in the morning, coming home from work. It just totally changes your perspective and your spirit, and I really, really love their music. That is it for my 2016 year in review. I really would love to hear some of your highlights from 2016 as well. And like I said earlier, 2016 may not have been a great year for you, but I'm sure there are some great things that happened in this year regardless of all the bad things that happened. Thank you for watching, and happy reading.